shows here. I would imagine this is a big purchase. I would imagine it's a big relief for Boeing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just yesterday, it didn't look like anything was going to be coming out of this air show for Boeing beyond that apology we heard from the company for the deaths of nearly 350 people. I mean, today it's a completely new chapter for the company. International Airlines Group, IAG, signaling its intent to buy 200 MAX jets from Boeing, a deal worth more than $24 billion at list price. But of course, airlines do typically get a steep discount. Now, as you guys said, it's the first order since two deadly crashes. For months, the 737 MAXs have been grounded, for which the company is at fault. The production has been cut, deliveries suspended. These planes have actually been sitting here in the Puget Sound waiting for some type of resolution. We spoke to Andrew McIntosh, the airlines reporter for the Puget Sound Business Journal. He says the Renton area has been pretty uneasy the past few months, waiting for these planes to be cleared. He says this buy is a big boost.
Ultimately, it's a huge morale boost for the Boeing crew of 12,000 workers that work in Renton making the MAX airplane, and they haven't had much good news lately. And so this is a good day for them in Paris.
It is important to note the deal is not final. No one has put down a deposit yet, but it would likely take a lot to back out of any kind of 200 plane deal.
Yeah. So we're familiar with U.S. airlines, but who is IAG?
Yeah, so IAG, the International Airlines Group, it's a parent company of some pretty big airlines you'll be familiar with. We're talking about British Airways, Aer Lingus out of Ireland, Iberia out of Spain, and some discount European airlines. Now, IAG's planes carried 113 million passengers last year.
When they step up and say they're going to buy 200 planes, that's a major commitment and a huge boost for the MAX. That company operates 582 airplanes all over Europe and the world right now.
Well, and to add to it, IAG usually buys Airbus, which is Boeing's chief rival. So this is an even bigger win for the company, but the MAX is not going to be taking off anytime soon.
Yeah, it's important to note Boeing has announced a fix for what caused the crashes. The FAA going to start test flights next week, but Boeing won't say when the MAXs will fly again.
Yeah, so right now what we can see this as is a vote of confidence for the plane, but this specific order isn't actually going to be filled for 5 to 8 years, so far down the road. I mean, Boeing has already had a 5-year backlog on the MAX plane orders. Now, as far as what the company is facing today, airlines like American and Southwest, they've already extended those flight cancellations for the 737 MAX through the beginning of September. And there is also this crisis of confidence they're dealing with for passengers and also for those flight crews to eventually get back on these planes once there is a fix in place. But something to think about here is because the FAA is going to be taking such a close look at this, the intense scrutiny for the 737 MAXs means basically when they are cleared to fly, some are saying they'll be safer than ever.
All right, we'll stay on top.